Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Once again, this is Teacher Evelyn, and today we are going to talk about the most difficult part of speech, which is the verb. So why do I consider this the most difficult part of speech? Well, verb actually changes depending on the time reference that you're using. Aside from that, we also need to make sure that we know the category. Is it regular? Is it irregular? So if it is regular, you will know that you just have to add D or ED if it is in the past tense form. But if it is irregular, then it can change in form, or it can stay the same, or it changes its spelling or the pronunciation. Let me give you an example. So let's say, for example, for those that actually stay the same, we have cut, cut, cut. Cut in present tense, cut in past simple, cut also in its past participle. The same as hit, hit, hit. Present, past, past participle, exactly the same. But the one that actually changes its pronunciation is read. So read, I read a book every day. I read a book last night. And again, the same as past participle, read. Or it changes in its spelling, like speak, spoke, spoken, break, broke, broken, write, wrote, written. So that's why you need to be very careful when you're using your verbs. So regular, you have to add D or ED, like walk, walked. And you also need to know the three different final sounds of your regular verb, like the t, the d, and the id. So you need to know if they are voiceless letters like P or K or SS or SH and so on and so forth. So you have your washed, brushed, watched, fixed, slipped. So you have the sound. And then you also have the d sound for rubbed, cleaned, rolled. So you have also the id sound for dated, invited, ended, recommended. So you have to know all of them, but it is actually doable. Okay, so all you need to do is just make sure that you keep reviewing your lessons, go over it again and again and again. So you need to know the difference between regular and irregular so you are not making mistakes. You cannot say, oh, he readed, or he readed, or he readed, or he singed. No, there is no such thing as singed. Okay, so if you want to talk about sing, past tense of sing is sang. Alright, so if it is write, you cannot say righted. No, it's wrote. So know the difference. Make sure that you study them. You can also, of course, use your Google if you want to, or you can buy a book and just read all these verbs, because they change in their forms whenever you use them in their in different time references. Okay, so again, you have to understand your verbs properly. It can be present, it can be future, it can be also past. And then you also need to understand all the different tenses. We have progressive tense, we have simple tense, we have perfect simple, we have perfect progressive. So all of them will actually be requiring your verbs to change. Alright? But we are going to make sure that you guys understand them little by little. So we will try and cover the tenses here in this channel. So I've already uploaded the progressive tenses, like the present, the future, and the past progressive. And I also have covered the simple tenses, like past simple and present simple and future simple. So that's what we are going to do. Okay? So once again, this is Teacher Evelyn, and I'm gonna give you just a little quiz. Here we go. So at least you test your understanding. Alright? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Ciao!